Welcome to episode 141 of Regen Rovers. Today it is the start of our third season in the English Premier League. And miraculously, we're not expected to finish bottom. We're expected to finish 19th above Preston North End, but we're still 1,000 to 1 to win the Premier League. Now, of course, this season it's not just about the Premier League, it is also about Europe, because we have managed to qualify for Europe via winning the FA Cup last year. We beat Wolves in the final on penalties. And Wolves actually went on to win the Europa League, so they've qualified for the Champions League. So there's lots of European adventures this season for English clubs. We have automatically qualified for the group stage because we won the FA Cup final. Now, in the last episode, I did introduce loads of new players, so if you want to have a look at all our new transfers, go and check them out. I've not actually signed anyone else since then. I was thinking I might be able to get a player or two in before the close of the transfer window, which was on Thursday. But no, we haven't brought anyone else in. So the transfers this season are these players. However, we have loaned out our young striker Thomas Gregory, 19 years old. He's moved to League 2 Ebbsfleet. Got a little bit of potential actually. We'll see if he can score goals at that level. Anyway, today's episode, 2 matches for you. Newcastle away from home, we're playing on TV, and Wolves at home. They're looking for revenge, aren't they? A Champions League team now, of course. And remember, we're still building that stadium. Oh, some of you, if you haven't watched the last couple of episodes, you won't know. But yes, we're building that stadium. It's going to take a couple seasons, but we're going to be back in Winchester eventually. But we've got 2 more seasons to play at Luton Town Stadium. Now, I always go through the team report, don't I, before the start of the season. And that's the strength in depth that we have. Pretty happy with the majority of positions in the team. There's a few positions I could have improved, especially with Europe this year, but I'm fairly happy with what we have. I'll just quickly go through this. I think overall the team is stronger than it ever has been. We didn't improve the defence and we sold Shriver, so that's a little bit of a worry. But I'm pretty happy with the midfield options that we have. We've brought in a couple very good players. Attacking wise, decent options as well. Yeah, we're weak. We're the weakest in quite a few positions, but the Regen Rovers way is to upset the odds, and that is what we're going to do today. Now let's get on with the first match of the season. Let's not faff around. I'm not going to try and ramble too much. Newcastle, we haven't beaten them before. They've beaten us twice. We've drawn against them once. This is a bit of a kit clash, isn't it? There's too much white involved here. Maybe we should be playing in the third green kit. The team I'm going with, I'll quickly show you all the players, just for some of you that may not have had a look at the new transfers. But Smith still in goal. We've got Regen Rovers at right back. He's still first choice right back. Rios, our Mexican centre back. He's not our most expensive player these days. Will Loader alongside him. Good partnership, I think. Raymond Coos is our first choice left back now because Shriver has left. Luke Clark is going to be playing right wing. We do have young Christian from Brazil, who is an option in that position as well. Our most expensive player ever, a Belgian wonder kid, Guillaume van den Broek, has hardly played any first team football. It's a gamble, but I think he can step up to the mark. We've got a Ukrainian international alongside him, Tarasenko. Nunez still on the left hand side, still favouring him over to Sakovic. Navarrete, our Spanish striker, looks really good, alongside club captain Mark. Well, I know some of you will be saying I should be playing our other new signing, Duranja up front, or possibly even Alan Stewart. But the thing is, Mark Ball, top goal scorer last season, he has managed to win the Player of the Season award 8 seasons in a row. The Twitter Player of the Season of I can't spit my words out. The Twitter Player of the Season award 8 seasons in a row as well, voted by you guys. So he just has to play. He just has to play. Let's have a quick look at this Newcastle team then. I think they've got some decent players. We've never beaten them, so they are a bit of a bogey team for us. These days, it's very rare to actually come up against a team that has real live players in their starting lineup. And yep, it's regens all the way today. By this point, I suppose the challenge of only signing regens is irrelevant. It's just really probably the first 10 seasons is where it's a challenge. I think the most challenging thing for this is actually only being able to sign regen staff, because of course the real life players become staff members and some of them become very good, but I have no option. I have to sign regen staff. That's just the way we do things, of course. It's not really much of a kick clash, actually, thanks to our gold shorts. Now, I've gone with the away tactic. We tried the home tactic against Spurs in the Community Shield and it didn't work. But yeah, we're away from home. We're using that away tactic that worked very well last season. But a free kick to Newcastle early on here, and it's headed around a bit. Was that a foul? It's blasted over in the end. Get creative. Always does the trick. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the new signings. What do you think? Where do you think we're going to finish? How are we going to do in the Premier League and in Europe this season? As Loda has a chance there. It was offside anyway. It was a decent free kick from Navarrete. We've got 3 players with 16 on free kicks. Hoping for some free kick goals this season. Although Regen Rovers is one of them, and I don't think he scored one last year. I might be wrong. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Just new signings. Have I improved the squad enough? Probably not, let's be honest. There's always better players you could sign. But the thing is, a lot of players just still don't really want to join me. Don't have masses of money. Yes, we've got quite a bit of money, but not as much as the big boys. And to finish top 10 last season was miraculous. This is a boring game. We've struggled, haven't we? To get goals. Against Spurs, didn't have a sniff today. Haven't really had a sniff either. Strange. That's what we're good at, scoring goals, and it's just not happening. But we've got quite a few new signings in this team. Just adjusting, I suppose. Gonna throw on Christian for Luke Clark. The new midfield partnership is key, and it's they're not playing particularly well at the moment. We've got Flanagan on the bench if need be. Ramirez is still at the club as well. Dave Barnes, of course, isn't anymore because he's signed permanently for Huddersfield in the end. I told you about that drama in the last episode. Bit annoying. Here's our new signing, Navarrete. Out wide to Christian, our Brazilian 19-year-old. Crosses it in, it's blocked. It's not the greatest cross. And Newcastle have the chance to break here. Seems very bright here in Newcastle. Here's Fernandez. What an effort. That was an absolute rocket. Fortunately, it went wide, but the power on that was absolutely obscene. I'm going to bring Flanagan on, and he's going to play as that box-to-box midfielder, I think, that we used to play. Maybe that's... Although that role didn't really work last year. I don't know what to do with this second midfield position. It just doesn't seem to work. To be fair, I will take a 0-0. Going to bring on Deranja. Going to play him in his preferred deep line forward role, which is what we played last season. Maybe a complete forward just won't work in this system. I don't know. I'm still experimenting a bit, I suppose. Wow, this was not a good game for TV, was it? It's been shocking, really. Absolutely no chances whatsoever. They had more shots, but there was just no excitement in this game. Really weird. I'll take a 0-0 away from home, though. That's fine by me. Especially against a team we've not beaten before. So it's a good result for us, but sorry that we've still not scored this season, and we've played 2 games now. Our man of the match was actually Adrian Smith, who always seems to go under the radar a bit. Obviously was our hero in the FA Cup final though. I'll say I'm happy, because yeah, it's a good point. It's time for Ask the Manager then. So 3 questions for you today. If you do want to ask a question in a future episode, use the hashtag ATM in the comment section below. There's quite a big backlog to get through, but I might get around to it eventually. First question then is from Anurag, who has asked, would you consider doing a series where you take a lower ranked international team to World Cup glory? Yes, I would consider it. I consider every idea. Sometimes I immediately think no, but I've still considered it, haven't I? International management I do find a little bit boring, but you never know. I might give it a go. Manage Mongolia or something like that. That'd be absolutely insane, but maybe, well, it would be a massive challenge. Possibly not particularly fun, but definitely a big challenge. Second question, Doogie has asked, have you ever played FIFA career mode? Yes. In fact, FIFA 19 was the first FIFA I didn't buy since FIFA 11. FIFA 11 to FIFA 18, I bought all of those. However, career mode, I don't know why I bought them every year, because I find FIFA boring. I'd get like through a quarter of the season, I'd just be bored and I'd give up. I don't know why I kept buying it, because I just find it boring, to be honest. And last question today is from Josh, who is a member of the channel. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. He's asked, what's Ollie Oxborough getting up to nowadays? Now, do you remember him? Let's have a look, shall we? He was our original assistant manager, wasn't he? Pretty sure he's the original. Let's have a look. There he is. He's assistant manager of Morecambe, and he's been there since 2027, so he's been there 6 years now. I like this guy. I really did. He was born in Ipswich, wasn't he? But yeah, he was born in Ipswich. But he was an adopted Winchestonian. Is that the word? That might be the word. I'm not entirely sure. I should really know that. But yeah, that's what he's up to, Josh, these days. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to anyone that is a member of the channel, financially supporting me or supporting through Patreon. You guys are brilliant. But another way you guys can support me is by buying Football Manager 2020 or any game really via my affiliate link that I've got in the description below. There is a discount code as well, Golden FM2 game. If you put that in at checkout, then you get 10% off. I think if you buy the game through that link, it's £6.30 cheaper than Steam. So it's also a very cheap way to buy Football Manager 2020 as well. Obviously pre-ordering at this stage. But anyone that does that, you are helping me out. So you guys are legends. Anyway, shall we get on with the rest of the episode? We are going to be taking on Wolves now. Nice transition. Here we go. Regen Rovers versus Wolves at home. We're going to go with the home tactic. I'm probably going to stick with the same team, actually. By the way, Serenity might be going out on loan. I know there's people that want him to be playing first team football, but the fact that it's only League 2 teams interested in him kind of shows his level at this stage. It would only be until January, I think. But I think it's probably for the best that he goes out on loan, because he'd just be playing in the Hampshire Senior Cup and possibly in the League Cup. Wolves at home. What's our record like against them now? Not bad. Of course, we won the FA Cup final. We lost the previous game against them 4-3. We won the prior game to that 2-0. We've only lost against them once. That surprises me, because they have a very good team, and of course they've qualified for the Champions League, so I imagine they've got a good squad. This Wolves team have some very good players, as you would expect from a Champions League team, but they've still got Zeus up front this time instead of Goebbels, who's moved to the right wing. They've got a youngster, young 19-year-old Raki playing behind, Casino on the left. They've got some very good players. But it still looks fairly similar to the FA Cup final team, actually. Lake. I feel like I reckon. Eric Lake. Eric. Great name. Position I really couldn't improve this summer. Obviously, Shriver left. I was looking for an improved left back. But in the end, we got young Matt Smith at left back from Blackburn on loan. Just dithering here. Let's just go. Let's just leave it up to fate. Let my assistant decide the instructions. We want some action. We haven't scored yet. Here's Coos. Throws it long into the box. It's over everyone. And Wolves bringing it clear with Goebbels. Look at him go. Casino. Is he going to gamble? No, he's played to Ojo. Nunez. Up the pitch looking for Mark Bull. Mark Bull. Oh, he's done well. Oh, someone slid in there on Mark. Well, that's a disgraceful attempt. Luke Clark. Oh, it's curled to Navarrete. Navarrete to Nunez. Nunez. Navarrete. Mark Ball. No. Vandenbroek. Vandenbroek pokes it wide. Now we've won a corner. Tarasenko to take. Plays it short to Coos, and that's dreadful from us. Shouldn't really have played that short. Surely we can mop this up. No, Casino's round. It's a brilliant save by Adrian Smith. Man of the match in the last game. And he's already stopped a clear-cut chance, but that's a dreadful corner from us. Maybe the short corner routine is out of date. Mark Ball clears it up the pitch looking for Navarrete, who's brought it down. He's got players in support, and he's done well there to find Nunez, who's just clattered. I think it probably was a fair challenge, but it was a strong one. And now Zeus charging at our defence, causing problems. It's end-to-end football. That's the end of that highlight. But we've got a highlight straight away. This is more like it today, isn't it? Oh, no. Ojo. cuts in. Smashed against the crossbar. Regen Rovers clears. And there we go. Oh no, Mark Ball's injured. Is it a bad one? Potential lower leg injury. Well, we're going to bring on Duranja. And we're going to play him as a deep line forward. Now, Navarrete will play as a complete forward on attack. We'll just play them in the roles that they want to play in and see if that works. We've not had much luck so far in the first 2 and a bit games this season with our strikers, with anyone really. Adrian Smith, our top performer once again. Let's see if our new strike force can cause problems to this Wolves defence. Luke Clark does well there. Here's Navarrete. Navarrete back to Kuz. Kuz down the line, can't find anyone, and that's a bit disappointing in the end, but maybe we can win it back here by putting pressure on the... Oh, thought the goalkeeper... It's actually gone to a... Oh, that was nearly over the line. Here we go again. Kuz into Nunez. It's on a yellow card. Got to watch out for that. Kuz to Loda to Tarasenko. Tarasenko into Duranja, our Croatian. Feeds it through to Navarrete, who gets our first goal of the season and his first goal for the club. Carly Navarrete, our new strike partnership. It's worked. Maybe Mark Ball's days are over, but we've thought that in the past and he's come back and caused carnage. But it's a lovely ball through from Duranja. And he got 3 assists in pre-season. He's got another one today. Thing is, I have thought this before. Strong start to the season last year from Sean Lawler. We had Alan Stewart had a strong start to the season the previous year, but Mark Ball still finished top goal scorer the last 2 seasons. So it's early days, isn't it? Well, let's keep it up. No need to change anything, I don't think. I think that was a very encouraging first half performance. Much better than against Newcastle. We didn't do anything against Newcastle, but I'm still happy with that 0-0 draw. But here come Wolves early on in the second half. Casino, brilliant tackle by Luke Clark. Nunez on a yellow. Going to bring Tasakovic on. 55 minutes on. That's a shocking throw up. Why is Rios taking that throw in? Oh no, it's fed through Zeus. Oh, what a save by Smith. He stopped a second clear-cut chance. It was an awful miss from Zeus, but it's still a good save from Smith. He still had to get something on that, didn't he? Casino with the corner, whipped in, Loda heads away. And is this going to be the end of the highlight? Kuz gives away a free kick. And we're going to see the highlight. Fanage to take it, whips it, but it's wide of the post. Oh, it's squeaky bum time. We're getting towards the end of the match. We're 1-0 up. I'm just thinking about what's the best thing to do. Bring Flanagan on. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe we'll leave the midfield partnership the same. What I will do is we're going to tone things down a bit, waste time a little bit. Maybe we'll use the last sub as a sort of time waster at the end of the match. Oh, 3 minutes to go. I was about to make a sub, but here come Wolves with Zeus. Here he goes. Zeus flashes it well wide. Going to bring Tarasenko off for Charlery, actually. Plays a defensive central midfielder. I think it's the right thing to do, just to add another defensive player in there. He can tackle. He knows what he knows to just sit there. I know he's got the trait to bomb forward, but it seems to have worked for the last few minutes. And we've managed to get a very important 3 points against Wolves. We've beaten them again. They must be sick of us now. And Adrian Smith with a second man of the match performance. I'm glad we've kept with him, because I could easily have brought in another goalkeeper, but I think it's the start of his 3rd season. The average rating is not great, but for a goalkeeper it is good. He's kept 10 clean sheets in each of his 2 Premier League seasons as well. 13 in all competitions last season, and he's already got 2 clean sheets this season in his first 2 Premier League games, and man of the match. Unbelievable. Maybe he's going to be the star this year. It is very strange to think of us as a solid team defensively, especially when I haven't made any changes to the defence, really. And we're known for scoring goals and being open. But first 2 games of the season, 4 points, 0 goals conceded. Excellent start to the season. Next up, we've got Everton and Southampton away, so 2 away games in a row. Could be tough, but away tactic worked brilliantly last year, of course. Man City, that's the first really big challenge. But the next time you see me, it might be the Europa League. I think that makes sense. The European adventure will begin very soon. It'll be interesting to see who's in our group. Mark Ball's out for 2 to 3 weeks, so that's not too bad. Could be a lot worse. But I think we're going to have to go with that strike force that created the goal and scored the goal against Wolves. But we'll end it there. Thank you for watching episode 141 of Regen Rovers. Don't think there's anything else to say. I'm not going to ramble. I'm just going to say goodbye. Goodbye.